Hello. I don't know where everyone else is. You guys knew it started at 6, and I knew it started at 6. So just me, your old pal Sean here. We're gonna get through this next hour, and we're going to have jokes, and I'm gonna tell you stories about whatever comes to my head. If Howard Stern can do it, then Sean Sheffield could do it. So let's buckle in for whatever this is gonna end up being. Theme song. Okay, so I found people. I found my friend Master Chief here, and then I got Kevin. Oh, it was Garrett. It was you the whole time. Oh,
Hey, I'm here.
Whoa.
I'm here.
Eric!
Whoa,
Eric!
whoa! The
Jesus
merch.
Christ!
You could step on those DVDs.
Oh God!
Hey guys,
Eric's
sorry.
here.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Oh, I always just thought
Wait.
we all went alone.
I was on a mission.
Yeah.
How's he there? He gets to sit in that seat?
Oh yeah.
It's
All right.
is
All
it
right.
comfortable?
This is not right.
This is not right. They're saying it's a Team B cast.
To quote Michael Turco, it ain't right.
Michael
Turco
Turco.
Files.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a dead bug on your head?
No, do I? Dude, fuck me. Do
Those
you
roaches.
really?
I think
Oh,
you
it's
do.
gone now.
Yeah, I think you have one.
It was.
What was in that Master Chief
One of
mask?
those dread
Oh,
roaches,
that's where I
right?
keep all my dead bugs.
Who wore that last?
All my dead bugs.
Someone,
What doesn't he
someone real
understand?
scummy.
No.
Fuck.
We put all the dead bugs in that.
It was
thing.
hot.
It is
I got
hot. It
woken
was
up out of
hot.
cryo sleep to bring forth this kickapoo.
Oh, thank God someone did.
I
You
know.
got woken up from crying.
We're gonna finish the fight, Master Chief.
Hell yeah.
Again. Well.
Shut up.
Well,
Dude, I could play
Well,
with
so
Congress.
Rocco, I got a text from Rocco who
Just
said,
relax
"Hey,
today.
I've been sick. He's been sick since Comic-Con.
That is true.
He even said he was sick at Comic-Con, so now it's pushing a week. So I don't know what the fuck Rocco's putting in his body, but it's definitely not some B vitamins because
Yeah.
yeah.
you gotta get that stuff going.
Does it take more than a week to masturbate away the sickness? I mean, that's how I deal with it.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, I get the poison out. I
I've
stay
been
in
told,
bed,
I've been
but like
told
2 days.
If you have a headache and you do that, it's supposed to help.
Yeah, well,
It doesn't work.
Well,
for
Who
me.
hey,
told you
hey,
that?
my head's fucking killing.
Uh,
So by the end of the show,
I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I got some mess for you. So he said that he's not coming,
Mhm.
and then he texted Derek and I and said, "I'm not gonna make it, so sorry." And Derek said, "All right, that's cool." And then I guess I don't know.
he's just not here.
I don't know what
I
happened.
want him to show up 15 minutes
But yeah,
before 7
Thinking
o'clock
that it was
and
just-
thinking,
yeah.
yeah.
I want the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that honestly probably will happen.
Yep. So,
Because I didn't get a text saying like I'm gonna be late or not make it either, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I still sometimes get confused. Like, me and Eric were hanging out before this,
Right.
and I started thinking like, oh yeah, we got plenty of time, 7 o'clock. Oh
Yeah.
no, we go live at 6 now.
Yep.
How's the audio?
Oh yeah.
Because we just did some stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I had Garrett bring a
Surgery is
compressor.
according
Yeah,
to Garrett.
I had Garrett bring a compressor. I was trying to set up a microphone for my spot over there, but
but we're compressing now.
yeah.
Again,
So I don't know if this sounds weird.
one in the chat if you
I'm
like
sorry
it.
if it's working. Cool.
Great. Sounds
It's
good.
People are saying it's a little low,
Turn
but
your audio
hang
up.
on. You said the compression's working.
The compression is working.
Ah!
Oh yeah, look at that. It
Did it
went
compress?
way into the red, and it bled it out to soften that.
Oh, that's good.
And if it's low,
So what do
turn
you
your
think?
speakers up.
Yeah.
Was that scream a number one?
How did that? How did that?
Did that max out everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like number one. Sound good.
People are saying it's a bit muffled. We could take the compressor out, and I can do that again.
No.
Yeah, it could be
no, thanks.
worse.
I don't think they heard you.
Yeah.
we'll
Hopefully
be
it
adjusting it from here on. I think we'll listen back in between this week and next week's podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll make some adjustments. So bear with us, but yeah, we were putting the compressor back in due to honestly, the comments I read on the YouTube.
Well, the compressor is something that I wanted, but like, dude, the audio setup, like with these microphones or whatever, we'd never done before, and I didn't know if it was going to work.
Yeah.
So the fact that it works at all, it's nice
miracle.
that it's nice that we didn't have the compressor in.
Yeah.
To,
The short amount of time that we actually had it working on the fireplace set was not even as well as it is right here. I think it's more designed to be kind of where you've got your own board that you can control all four
definitely.
inputs.
I need to get like a little bookcase. But that and there's your behind the scenes segment.
You know, I listen to a lot of podcasts lately. I've
Mm-hmm.
been like, I like. Have you guys heard of Snap Judgment? That's really
I've
good.
heard of that.
That's a great podcast.
Is that the one that's edited really weird?
No, that's
No.
Radio Lab.
Radio
And
Lab.
that is a good show with interesting topics, but it's edited so much that kind of
Yeah.
loses it for me a
A
little
lot of
bit.
echoes.
Wait, is Radio Lab where they do like audio asset, like they talk about like a subject or
Yeah.
whatever, and there's all, it's like the narrator like talks almost on top of like
The other,
fuck, I hate that.
Yeah,
That's
and
that
NPR.
is, yeah,
like,
yeah,
but
that
no,
is like
no,
that is the worst.
that is NPR, but it's specifically Radio Lab.
It's
Oh,
super
it's
interesting,
not.
but
It
it's
is.
edited to the point where I'm like,
Oh, it's a
come
YouTube
on.
video.
You know
Yeah,
what?
It's
Very
edited like a
overproduced.
YouTube video, and it's the worst.
It's my friend's boring parents in a car ride
Yeah,
Yeah.
in like middle school.
But it does suck because the topics to talk about are very interesting, and I listen to it just because it's like, well, yeah, that's nothing to listen to, and
Right.
I am interested in what you're talking to. But yeah, it's fucking.
Oh,
obnoxious.
got a text from Rocco.
Uh-oh.
Audio is better than ever.
Oh, he
Oh,
likes it.
he's
Nice.
on. Thank you, Rocco.
Maybe he knows what Derek is.
Yep.
The light isn't coming on.
It's not combing on.
Yeah. But anyways,
I know the trick.
but I learned that like most of these
Thanks, Kevin.
podcasts now are done
It'll
in
work.
like studios. Like we do it on our own.
Are you serious? What did you think they were?
Well, when podcasts first started, when we first started doing our podcast,
Dude.
it was 3 kids in a room.
Right.
Rocco's bedroom.
Right.
That's how everyone did it.
In 2007.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now,
You think in a decade they made a couple of improvements?
yeah. It's
Compressors,
funny because we
dude.
would have never gotten away with the podcast. We used to pass the microphone back and forth
Oh, yeah.
in order to talk.
I
That
miss
would
Seinfeld
never,
noises.
ever fly.
I've been looking into how I want to get a little board like Garrett's and
Yeah.
have noises and
Hell
everything
yeah.
because I really like that.
Oh,
And
cool.
I want to try to do something like that. I think.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need Seinfeld
Yeah,
bass.
Yeah.
We need that back in. I mean, that was there in the early days.
Yep.
That was Rocco
That's
just
fun.
clips on his computer.
I don't necessarily want to have to like look back and be like, oh, back when it was fun in this way. I
No.
was trying to do different stuff, but like I think having a soundboard like your PPS show, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about how many podcasts we've done? How much of our voice has been recorded
Yeah.
onto the
The
internet?
things you said and recorded forever.
Yeah, and I think about like
Yeah.
what happened to was it Roger Ebert who got cancer and lost the ability to speak?
Oh yeah, but he did so many TV shows.
Well, no, they gave him a computer program, and he had done so much commentary for DVDs
They could do it in his own voice.
that they had recreated his own
Whoa.
speaking
That's
voice.
crazy.
So
What
when
the
he typed,
fuck?
it
I had no
spoke
idea.
No,
in Robert
That-
in his. I wonder if we could have that accessible
no,
to
I wouldn't
us.
want my own voice. I would want
Oh.
somebody else who's talked a ton. I
Oh.
want some other celebrity.
Yeah.
I want,
I want Roger Ebert.
I want-
I want to sound like
oh, Michael Caine.
I'd go Danny Trejo.
Danny
Oh.
Trejo.
Trejo?
Trejo.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Trejo.
He's not watching. He's
Wait,
like,
come on, everybody.
I
Wait.
hope he's not watching.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
me up.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's watching.
yeah.
Did you think that most podcasts were not done in studios?
No.
Like every podcast. is done
Yeah,
in a
they
studio.
are, and well,
Unless
I-
it's like
I
a live
honestly-
stage show.
I honestly didn't think about it. To be real with you, I didn't. And podcasts have become a
lot
thing.
of-
Yeah.
A lot of them are over Skype still, just guys in bedrooms.
I don't listen to those.
yes,
GCP, that's what
But yeah,
Game
there's
Cult
like-
podcast
I
is.
stand by my statement.
there's a billion podcasts.
There
Some
are,
of
and
them,
yeah.
and
like-
I only listen to a few, and if it's something over Skype like that, if the audio quality isn't very good, I skip it. Even if
Yeah.
it's ones that I listen to or
Oh,
whatever.
really?
But like, there aren't a lot that do that.
Mm.
That do like over Skype stuff. What do I listen to? I listen to Doug Loves Movies, Comedy Bang Bang. Like this podcast called Doughboys, which is like I love Doughboys. That's a great podcast, and apparently, Lights Camera Jackson is
No
going to
shit.
Be on that.
No.
on the
So,
Doughboys.
Why is he in our
I don't know.
podcast?
So it's Nick Weiger.
Does it make fun
Nick
of them?
Weiger is
Yeah.
a comedy writer for like Comedy Bang Bang and a bunch of different shows and
Okay.
everything. And then Mike Mitchell is the other host, and he was on that show Birthday Boys.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
One of those.
Yeah,
He's,
I like Birthday
That was good.
yeah, it was great. And they have the premise of the podcast is it's those two, and then one special guest It's like Paul Scheer, whoever, a bunch of
Mhm.
different comedians, and they review chain restaurants. Like they go to they go to like
I love
Joe's
base-
Crab Shack,
Yeah.
Islands,
Fuck
like,
yes,
that stuff.
That's
Hey,
crazy
that's
good.
it's a great podcast.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
It
really
is so like it walks that line between way too underproduced and like, oh, this is professional.
Yeah, this still tastes like a Big Mac.
There's a third type of podcast that's not as popular, but the format of portable recorder and people like go to like a coffee shop
Oh, yeah.
and interview,
Yep.
or like at like stand-up comedians will do stuff like at the Comedy Store or
Mhm.
whatever.
You know what? I think all my podcasts are NPR podcasts. And I'm now looking at it like,
Jeez, man.
I think it's
Really?
all that is. What does that mean? What does
I
it
don't
say
know.
about me? I think I'm trying to
You're
get
getting old.
smarter. No. Well, I'm getting older, but I realized that like the way they talk, I don't talk like that at all. Like the words they use and the way they structure a sentence is like, oh, please, you're way above me. I'm a child compared to you.
Yeah, they didn't say fuck once.
Yeah, they didn't say
No, no.
fuck.
You don't think some of that stuff is written or it's way more casual when it's not a
So-
free for all with like 6 people on a set?
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
That's
you know what I
like people
Maybe.
people are reading off a fucking script in a booth for
Yeah.
the NPR show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a put together show.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to stuff like that. I listen to Joe Rogan Experience.
mean?
Um,
It's because you decalcified your pineal gland, right?
it's true. Yeah, I got rid of the fluoride in my
Oh.
water.
That makes sense.
I listen
While you drink
to.
a kickapoo.
Yeah, made with real sugar.
sugar.
No high fructose.
That's
Oh,
right.
good. Is that
Good.
part of your pineal
I
gland?
It's helpful for the pineal.
Love you saying fructose. I just
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
something that just happens
Get
that I
fruct.
just really enjoy.
Yeah, get fructose and fucking drink some real sugar and you kickapoo.
Yep.
There's I've been probably the longest podcast I've listened to without taking breaks is the Greg Fitzsimmons show.
Oh, really?
Fitzdog
Oh,
Radio.
Fitzdog Radio.
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
He's just a funny stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He's an older guy and he's got a perspective that isn't really anywhere near mine because he's like a family man.
I used to listen to Bam Margera's. Back
Oh,
when he
really?
had a show, and it was just all the CKY guys telling.
Was it totally Haggard?
Yeah, totally. But they were just telling stories and stuff about CKY. Like
Yeah.
Brandon would come on it all the time.
Oh, that's fun.
Like Ryan and everybody.
Every once in a while, I would watch a TV show and then get on a kick of like I was watching Twin Peaks again sometime like 3 or 4 years ago. So I listened to this Twin Peaks podcast by these awkward as fuck Canadian kids, but it was them breaking down like the whole show,
Yeah.
and
That's what you wanted.
it was edited well, where they had like an intro music and stuff.
That's
It was
cool.
But yeah, then I'll listen to Genre Cult is kind of tied
Yeah.
to the gaming cult
Mhm.
guys. They after like a year hiatus put out a new Genre Cult episode where
Yep.
they like talk about music subculture,
Yeah.
Really?
tiny micro genres,
That's cool.
and they did something called Dungeon.
Slayer.
No,
London Dungeon.
Dungeon Synth
Oh,
was this
Ooh.
new
that
genre.
sounds cool.
I'm out.
That,
Oh, no,
that
it-
sounds right up his alley.
But hey, if you listen to the podcast, they edit in like it sounds like the two dudes sitting around a coffee table, like,
Yeah.
into a nice like recorder. But then they lay in like music clips of not the whole full length songs because these songs are about 30 minutes, 40 minutes long.
Are they gonna? Are any of them a cover of London Dungeon? But they change it to London.
No,
London
no.
Dungeon South?
I don't want to spoil it. Listen to the podcast. It's
Okay.
great.
Ooh, don't spoil it for
Don't
me.
spoil
you
it.
definitely listen to it.
Don't
Good
spoil it.
Hey, you said what'd you say?
Yeah, what the
fucking show.
fuck did
It
you
was
Twin
say?
Peaks. You said,
Oh,
Twin, you
yeah,
said Twin
yeah.
Peaks. That reminds me of the show that everyone's talking about right now, Stranger. You okay?
Yeah, there's a bug on me.
See, it was
It's
on
a
my
bug on his
face.
forehead.
Yep.
Now-
Forehead bug.
Oh my god, we played
Uh,
Resident Evil 5.
oh,
and
these
it's
bugs!
They're everywhere now.
Okay, what were you saying?
Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone has watched that show.
I have.
Finished it
You finished it.
just last week. Yeah.
I finished it. Did you finish it?
Yep.
You did finish it. I feel like that is. If you haven't watched it, I really highly recommend it to you.
It's good.
It's 8 episodes. It is cheesy, but it's supposed to be an 80s type show, and I loved it. I fucking
great.
loved it.
It was
I
amazing.
don't know. That was like
The
made for
music-
me.
I don't
It
like
was
music.
super good.
It's super good. I'm not super into Netflix original shows, and the hype turns me off from those. I still
Yeah.
don't watch Making a Murderer because I just don't care.
I haven't either.
And
I
and
haven't watched
but
that
this
either.
one-
Make a Murderer.
this
yeah.
I
one
didn't watch it.
intrigued me, and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely in. And one episode, I was.
Yeah, one episode in. I feel like watch the first episode, and that will either tell you you're in or
Yeah.
you're out.
The intro, the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once that started, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm in. That exactly it. That 30-second thing is like,
It
oh, this
feels
is
like
exactly what I want.
E.T..
Yes.
It feels like it's shot to look really like a Spielberg movie. From,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw
the
a
early
video. It
80s.
was a comparison of like different 80s TV shows and movies, and like Stranger Things, and it was like, oh, that they saw that shot and that shot and that shot.
Yeah.
It was all an homage to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, which is really cool.
not gonna spoil anything. My only criticism of the show, again, no spoilers, is that the show is scary. I think there's a lot of scary things in it. So it's not a kid's show, but they won't curse. Like I feel like they're purposely not cursing. They're saying go to hell. It's like you're already making.
I'm sorry. What do you want them to say? Go to fuck?
Yeah,
it
like,
gives it the feeling of that like Stephen King like. You know, or
like all the kids cuss and stuff.
They do. The kids cuss, but there's
cuss.
times where it's like, I feel like they're holding back on like cussing, and I feel like there's no need for it because
it's Netflix.
It's not Netflix, but it's like this isn't a kids show anyways because it's scary enough that kids aren't watching this. So might as well say fucking shit all you want.
Thank God for the Duffer Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they come from?
Where
They came out of nowhere.
Yeah. They made some movie that who was in that fucking movie? Alexander Skarsgård. What's that guy's name? Skarsgård. He was in it. That's all I know. It came out last year. But the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah, everyone loves the Duffer Brothers now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard the name, so here we are.
It took me a while to recognize Winona Ryder. I
didn't recognize her?
At first, I'm like, wait, that's because I haven't seen anything Winona Ryder's been in since like I don't know,
Alien 4.
Exactly.
I always think about
90s.
her stealing jackets and shit.
Yeah,
remember she got busted shoplifting?
Cool. Oh, that was her?
What was that?
She said she was training for a role or something like that.
Right, so that's bullshit. So what was that?
I think, human beings malfunction. And every once in a while, people fucking spin out.
The way you said that with like half a smirk, like fucked me up a little bit.
I mean, who knows what kind of you're in Hollywood, you're A-list, right? Winona Ryder in early
for the sake of argument, okay?
Yeah, she was A-list back then.
Dude, maybe who knows what kind of elite world you're exposed to? Drugs, sex.
That sounds pretty
rock and roll.
The big three.
She's trying to get her thrills, stealing jackets from Macy's or some shit.
I get her and Ashley Judd mixed up for some reason. I don't know what that is.
Really?
Yeah, like the way they look. You, sir. I get them switched in my head.
She's at this perfect age where it's a really believable single mother role.
Yeah.
She was always like, I thought like mousy, cute girl in everything she was in before. Sure. And I really liked her in all the stuff she was in.
She's in Beetlejuice. Was she like, I guess she was.
Oh, she was like the goth, like heartthrob. Yeah. Like, I mean.
That's what she was. Yeah, she was written as the goth heartthrob in Beetlejuice.
Can heartthrob be used in a female?
Hell yeah! Is your heart throbbing, dude?
Yeah, it is.
Female what?
But it's usually like to describe like Lydia Dietz, the character's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you call her a heartthrob?
I call her a
guys. Like you would call. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she a hunk.
I feel like you can call a girl a heartthrob.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did.
It's 2016, man. You can do that.
All right. Hey. You know what? I throw the rules out the window.
We just told you it wasn't against the rules.
Break down your walls. I don't care, Eric. I'm not going to listen to you or anybody. I make my own path.
Then don't ask.
Yeah. So Lydia Dietz.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Welcome to the MEGA64 podcast.
Cured his headaches with Lydia Dietz. I got it. I understand what you're saying.
If this is the first time you're watching the MEGA64 podcast, hello. This is not usual. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Sean.
I'm Garrett.
And this is not the usual lineup.
But I feel a lot more at ease. Can I be honest with you?
Like, no, you have to lie to me.
You guys aren't going to make fun of me, probably. And if you do, I honestly don't care. But when they do it, it's like, not again. Guys.
Not again.
Not again.
Not again.
It's like so expected, you know.
Yeah.
Change it up.
Be original for once, you fucks.
You fuck boys.
Anyways.
Well, they didn't show up, so we're here to hold the fort
I feel
down.
like when Derek does show up, because he will show up, he will be pissed off.
Well, that'll be fun. I mean,
yeah.
Take bets. See,
I don't know.
Pissed off. Anyone want a challenge?
Yeah. Has anyone played any video games?
Just Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, we
played through that again.
We played Resident Evil 5 today.
Street Fighter 5.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, been playing a lot. Trying to play a lot of Street Fighter 5, but
no good.
I mean, I'm no good yet, so just keep trying.
Fuck.
That's the thing.
Who
Is
you
like
maining?
those games.
Armika.
It's such a fun character.
She's
right?
awesome. She's a blast.
When she tag teams in and has her partner do the special, it's so fucking cool.
I feel like they haven't come out and said anything about her one way or the other. Like, she's.
Oh, it's a rainbow.
But yeah, it's so
design. It's like the pattern goes across the screen.
So Ibuki is a new character, and when you beat Ibuki, whenever you beat a character, there's always a comment at the end, like when she beats Zangief, it's like, "Oh wow, you're so powerful, you have to teach me all your moves." Whatever. Same thing, similar thing with Ken or Ryu. You're a world warrior. You got whatever, some stupid thing. With Ibuki, when she beats Ibuki, it's like we should train together. First lesson is jogging along the beach together, and it's like,
Hell,
like
yes.
whoa,
Whoa.
all right,
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's 2016.
that's what's up,
Armika's out and proud.
dude. Armika fucking rules. She's fun as shit.
That is cool.
Yep.
Wow. I'm looking forward to trying story mode.
It's not good.
I just
It's
want
story
to.
mode in a fighting
I
game.
always
Yeah.
play them though.
Yeah.
That's. I've always bought Street Fighter. This is the first one I haven't,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always just played the story mode because I'm ass at online. That's not gonna happen.
There's no straight up arcade mode. You can't just play through the computer like
Yeah.
you would like you would if you were just putting in like Street Fighter 2 and going to like one player start arcade mode. There's no arcade mode.
But isn't there like a
So
cutscene?
so
and
there
then,
is
like, a-
so there's individual. It's whoever people are listening to this
Yes.
and going, this game came out fucking forever ago.
It did.
Sorry. There's character specific stories that are all in like 3 or 4 parts where it's just like, here's a little cutscene, here's one individual fight. It's like, oh, I picked Chun-Li, so like the first thing is like a cutscene and then she fights Vega. And then there's another cutscene and then she fights Guile. And then
That's
there's
what I
another
expect.
cutscene and she fights Zangief or whatever.
Right.
And then that's it.
That
and
was
then-
like
and
how
then-
Mortal Kombat story mode
So
was.
and then there's a general story which is big cutscenes that are telling like a full story in like chapters and parts, and then it'll follow Chun-Li for a minute, and then you play this little part, one match against whoever, and you're like Chun-Li, and then after that the story continues, but maybe it starts telling the story of Guile, or it starts telling the story of Nash or
okay.
Ryu or whatever. But it's a cool way to try out different characters that you have to like unlock or buy, or characters that aren't even out yet. Like
Because it forces you to use a new character.
yes,
to fight with.
exactly. And so
That's what I'm looking for.
so you can play as like Juri, who's out, but I think she's out, and but you
I'm
have
glad
to,
they added
but you
her.
have to buy. But it, like you play a story and be like, oh, I kind of like her or not,
Yeah.
and then Urian, who's another new character who's coming out but isn't out yet, Balrog and
It's
Dai.
so
could
weird
try
that
them
these
out.
characters aren't out yet. It's
So like
weird.
Urian's the only one who's not out yet, I think. Balrog's out, Guile's out, Juri's out, Alex is out, and Ibuki, I guess, are the 5, and then they're waiting on Urian to be the last one, I think, for now. And then they're gonna keep. I mean, they're gonna keep
Yeah,
adding,
right.
keep adding. Man, that's like the most fun, balanced fighting game.
Really?
It feels like really at any point you just have to know how to overcome like, oh, you're Mika, so you have to get in close to like do all these moves. But she has moves that move her in closer. You just have to like be able to figure that out and like break down the other person.
Mhm.
So it feels really, really balanced. But if you play a character who's more projectile based or like more attack based,
You would want to keep this.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's stuff like that. So
Huh.
it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. So I've been playing that or trying to, and getting pissed off when people beat me at the internet. So
It
Yeah.
seems like that's the latest trend in some of these big AAA titles is
Mhm.
to really prolong the release of stuff like Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, they
is-
just released like new
that's
levels.
still being kind of like
Which-
trickling out, and like VR stuff is coming at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point,
Yep.
and,
Yeah.
and it seems like this game is like how long did it take for story mode to get here?
Oh,
Months.
dude, the game came out and it was not worth $60
Yeah.
at all.
Is it now?
I bought it for 30.
Well, there you
I
go.
found it
Now-
online
now-
for 30.
Yeah,
Cool.
now it's
So
cheaper.
I bought it for $30, and it's dude, for a $30 game. Hell yeah,
I loved playing with the new character, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu chick, Laura.
Laura. Yeah,
But I'm excited for Ibuki because was that an alpha character first?
yeah, and she's in 4.
Yeah.
Ibuki's cool.
She has a little squirrel, right?
She wasn't in alpha. She was in 3.
Okay.
And no, her thing's like raccoon dogs.
Oh, raccoon. Okay.
Yeah. the
Something
raccoon
cute
dog.
with. I want a cute female main. That's who I
Well,
want.
there you go.
That's what you're about.
Yeah.
That's when I was a kid, I always picked Princess Peach like for Mario Kart, all that stuff. That was always my
Well,
thing.
she floated in Mario 2, so I always use that advantage.
She didn't do that in Mario Kart.
No.
No, she was just.
He was
saying.
just into that.
I was into it.
Yeah.
Hey, did you play? I know the 3 of us played. I don't know you, Eric. We played Resident Evil 7 VR or watched the demo at.
No,
Comic-Con.
I heard about it, but like,
Yeah.
please talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do
It was
that.
really cool.
It was cool. That's the kind of thing though. Like it was awesome. But if you went to Comic Con, which I'm sure all of you did, but if you went to Comic Con, that's the kind of thing like you had to go there first thing when it first opened and get a reservation for it.
Mhm.
Then, and if you didn't do that, you couldn't do it. And it's like, well, we have exhibitor badges, so we could easily just go up and grab one, which
But-
we did.
Yeah.
But
But
if you have an exhibitor badge, they're like, no exhibitors.
true.
Mm.
But-
So luckily,
For the first 2 days, they did it for the weekend.
oh really?
Yeah. Well,
I-
we also had speaker.
Yeah,
badges.
I used a speaker badge, and that's what I did on Sunday.
Yeah, but it's a bummer because I mean, Rocco told me about it And he's like, "Oh, I just got this thing. You should go get one." I'm like, okay, cool. It was like, I don't know, 10 o'clock. So the con's been open for 1 hour. I went over there. Oh yeah, they're gone. They've been gone for a while. It's like, they've been gone for a while. It's been open for an hour. Okay, I come back tomorrow. Okay, I will. But I mean, so that's a bummer. Like, and it's hard with VR because you can't just put the controller down and walk away. It's a process to get in the room and sit down and put the thing on your head.
Smells like Lysol. Yeah.
Someone's with you. It's right. It does.
They're cleaning them in between for sure.
It's a whole process. So it sucks that, I mean, it's cool that VR is such a popular thing, but it is making it so at all these cons, when you want to demo a game, it's almost impossible because it just takes so long. Anyways, so I thought it was a really cool demo.
I loved it.
I mean, you're like scary shit, sure.
I'm all for that.
It's fucking rad.
Yeah.
And it was cool having played the PS4 demo, the kitchen demo.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was like scenes from those cutscenes.
Yeah.
In this.
Basically, the demo they had
in that room.
Comic-Con was the demo they had before they announced it was Resident Evil 7. It was just called The Kitchen.
At E3, right?
At E3 that was the last one, but the one before. And
what a cool video game, The Kitchen.
And then
Wait, that was 2 years ago.
It was
E3?
it was a tech demo for
fuck?
just like it's
The Kitchen.
It wasn't
I
announced
didn't even
in a
hear
year.
about that.
And
The Kitchen.
Yeah, and
You guys
they
excited about VR?
Well, what's PT?
But they didn't
Yeah.
show anything. Like there was no trailer for it. You couldn't find footage anywhere of this thing. Just people playing it. That was it. And
That's
then
weird.
they finally, when they announced Resident Evil 7, they had clips of it in the actual demo you could download on
And
PS4.
that's what people recognize.
And that's what you could recognize from it. And and they had stuff in the trailer. So now they're now bringing that out so you can actually experience it because I didn't know anything about what it looked like until Resident Evil 7 was announced.
PT is a way better name than The Kitchen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was it The Kitchen or Kitchen?
It was never a game called The Kitchen.
Do you want it?
But
Do you want it to be called Kitchen or Kitchen?
Is the one about more than the other one?
But it was never. I don't think it was ever a game announced called The Kitchen. It just took place in a kitchen. It was a VR demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to try out virtual reality? You gotta wait in line for an hour and a half. All right, cool. Check it out. All right, so you're in a kitchen. Fuck.
But the lines weren't that long because nobody knew. Like,
Yeah, because
they
it's
didn't know
about
it
a
was Resident
kitchen.
Evil.
Yeah, smart. So I feel like I'm new still to VR. I've only done it a couple times. That was the first time
everyone's
with
new.
the PlayStation.
That's the first time I put the PlayStation
mine too.
goggles on.
Feels
too.
so good.
Which I thought it was, you know what? Because the Oculus is heavier. When I did, it was maybe it's an older version. It was heavy, and this
it's a
lighter.
little, it's a little front heavy. I feel, but this was lightweight,
nice.
and like silicone, like soft. The
Yeah.
eyepiece was like fit against your skin, nice.
But man, it's you put the thing on, and I'm in that fucking room, and I still
Yeah.
my brain cannot wrap around to how that can be. Like it is. I mean, I look like an idiot.
I was like moving my hands.
Yeah,
up
me
in
too,
front
but I'm
of
just,
me.
like, going
you're
like
still
this,
losing it because your hands are
and then
down.
looking around, and like
Your
the
handcuffed,
only thing
yeah.
that kind of fucked with me is that it was scary. I mean, it's Resident Evil 7, and there's like a chick who's like jumping out trying to kill you. And
I asked her to turn it up like twice.
Did you?
Yeah,
Man,
she did.
sticky.
Well,
But
I wanted to.
You gotta be immersed. You
I
can't-
needed to
you can't-
experience
you can't
the
hear
the
anything.
full kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kitchen.
The kitchen has sounds, and they're scary.
This isn't a normal kitchen,
But
Eric.
it's
No.
scary, and then I'm thinking, okay, there is a person in the room with me. I know she's here,
She's just
and if
looking
she
at
just
you.
touches my shoulder, I'm gonna fucking shit myself. So, like,
She's looking at you, go like,
right?
What was
There's Jared.
Hey, yeah.
But like, I know that she's there. I know this is not real, but I still like it freaked me out a little bit
Yeah.
knowing that someone's there. So I just can't imagine being in my house completely cut off and then.
I
playing
won't do
again.
it.
Oh
Oh.
no, Kevin will.
I will for sure do it.
refuse.
I
I
will
will not
definitely
play
do
it
it.
around
I
you guys.
already bought the official PlayStation 4 headset because I wanted the best possible one
Yeah.
for the PlayStation 4. Just like so I
Although,
can immerse myself.
I'm
into
thinking
that
like
thing.
a nice 7.1 surround might work well too, because then you really hear shit behind you.
I don't trust any of you
What if you're
to
by
be,
yourself?
to be in the same room with
I
you
would never
while I
do
have a
that.
headset.
I would.
Do you guys? Somebody posted this, I think, on the subreddit earlier this week, and it was just like the hotel, and it was. God, it must have been like the first PAX East when you guys were there or something, and it was like because Frank was in the room and everyone was
Okay.
trying
Oh,
out
I remember.
the Google Cardboard thing.
Boston.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was that
yeah,
was
and
GC.
trying on the Google Cardboard, going like, oh, like
Yeah.
goofing around, whatever. And then Rocco put it on, and then Derek hit him in the dick.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I went, well, that just reaffirms all the beliefs that I already had.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think we've gotten a little older. And Rocco and Derek always had like a back and forth.
I
with
don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Remember they used to punch each other's. It was you and Rocco
It was
too.
me.
Well, because he was being a dick.
Everybody.
I don't trust to be fully cut off from you guys.
Yeah.
Period.
But okay, well,
That's
here's the thing.
understandable.
Wait, what about in your house?
Wait. No, I don't like virtual reality. I'll just cut that off.
Okay.
I'll cut. I like I think augmented reality is
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
I think virtual reality, you're running into the same problem that you have with 3D. I think it's a cool concept. That's a
Right.
neat toy,
Yes.
but not where everyone's going.
Yes.
I think augmented reality is where it's at and where everything is going in the future. So no, just to cut it off at a head.
Okay.
No, I don't like virtual reality. I don't
Yeah.
want to wear a thing.
Now, I see your point, and that is why I have not bought the PlayStation VR because
Yep.
I want to try my friends first. I want it.
I wish I could. I can't get a pre-order.
Oh, you can't.
No, the pre-orders went up
Yep.
and were gone
They're
really
gone.
quick.
But
Got it.
I just feel
That
like
is-
I'll wait and let the dust settle, and then I'll get one if
This-
Yeah,
cool
try
thing.
out
This-
ours. Rocco's
I
gonna
will.
get it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get it.
This thing,
Kevin?
I can't believe that people are actually pre-ordering. I can't believe you're pre-ordering it.
I
Honestly.
pre-ordered the day it came out.
I'm
Hey,
so into it, dude.
Do you remember the iPhone 1? Do you
Yeah.
remember the first iPad?
Yeah, but I'm
like,
bored as fuck with video games. Really.
I guess.
I need my scary game scarier.
And I love
Yeah.
peripherals more than I have like an electronics fetish more than I do like have a affirmation for video games. I think I got that all
No, you got it right.
right.
I checked out, so maybe.
But I would.
you
It's
didn't
like
even
a
hear what he said.
it's a
And
peripheral.
Could you repeat what he said at all?
No, I couldn't tell you one word.
It's a peripheral for my PS4, which I don't really have a lot of peripherals for.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got pink pair of Paradise controllers for my PS2.
I think maybe
I
that's
got
the difference.
dance pads for the PS1.
You own a lot of peripherals for like your
I
consoles.
love
I don't.
that
I don't
stuff.
have anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't. I like having as little as possible for my enjoyment in the thing. I
Pay
don't.
for the, yeah, you'd almost want to
The-
download them to a hard drive.
Hey, honestly, the thing that I have, the most accessory that I have for my PlayStation is a fight stick. For
Really, yeah.
that's
That's
Yeah.
understandable.
I don't
That's-
have anything else. Like I don't want anything,
I got you.
Yeah.
and I don't like wearing stuff. I don't want to
Oh, dude.
wear like that's dude 3D movies. I
PS1,
hate.
I had a
hate that.
vibrator thing that you strap to your wrist.
Yeah.
And you control like it piggybacked the DualShock 2, the wide controller.
Really?
It was DualShock 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It piggybacked in and then had another cable that came up and then you would wear it on your wrist and it lit up and vibrated.
Thank God.
It was
Wow.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I had a fucking glove that you would move for the PS1 and I would play like Myst and Riven. And because it was just really kind of simple games where
Yeah.
you could just kind of move and rotate. This was like up, down, left, right.
So that's why
And
you
then
have
there were-
like. Is that why
there
your
were
forearms are
buttons
so
here.
like vascular and
Oh,
like
yeah.
strong?
Yep.
I built like
Or have you just been sick a lot?
You got a lot of headaches?
that'd be this one. A lot of headaches. But yeah, it's definitely like shaky ground getting on generation 1.
Yeah.
And
I just don't trust anything that's Gen 1.
Especially it's $500.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a
That's a new
big buy-in
console.
for something that's a
That's a new console.
yeah,
Yep.
it is. Yes.
Are you gonna get
But
the
there's not gonna
4.5?
The depends on what it is. Like
Mm.
they haven't announced it yet.
But
so.
like, I like all the rumors. Let's say that it's going to be better geared for your
4K,
virtual,
it's,
your,
virtual?
for your virtual reality.
possibly.
But what would you do
Yeah.
with the other one? Sell it?
But yeah, probably.
I would bring the
It's
other one
upgrade.
here and not have to lug it back and forth to
For
the
the
PPS
PPS.
every
Oh,
Wednesday.
so you have a place where I guess.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I might do that.
Yeah.
But then again, like, you know, I don't want to spend $700 on electronics this month or whenever. When's this shit come out?
October
October.
13th, I think,
Yeah,
is when the
fuck.
VR comes out.
My brother's birthday.
Happy birthday, Kyle.
You know, the shitty thing for me is I already have all the accessories for the VR system, so I don't need the bundle.
Yeah.
Right.
I just need the core.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't
Which
have any
is-
of that stuff.
That's
So-
hard to get a hold of, and those pre-orders were gone.
You gonna buy it day one? Are you gonna like go out?
If I
and
can
find
try
it?
to find it on like a Best Buy or a
Let's say
GameStop
it's
shelf,
definitely going to be there. Would you get it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, if I could.
Figured.
I
Cool. I honestly, I think that it's cool enough. The times that I've done it is cool enough that like I would love just to honestly.
Is it $500 cool?
No, I don't. Well, if it depends how much money I have in my world. In my world, no, it's not. If I have a shitload of money, then yeah, why not? But I don't.
games have maxed out in scariness for me. I need something.
Yeah,
different.
see?
That's
You
all
got
I want
the next
it for.
level, dude.
That's all I want it for. I don't care
You
about.
you're an addict.
Being like, I just want scary
Man,
games to be
I can't
scarier.
even get into your thought.
I
Like,
watched
this.
part of a stream today of Earth Defense Force, whatever that game is, and you fight giant bugs, and I went, "Ugh, ugh," and I turned it off.
Yeah.
So you're out of your mind.
I want it to be scary.
When I watched Stranger Things, there was a night where Jenny and the kids were out at a dance competition, like so they weren't there that night. And I was by myself. All the lights are off, and I was like, I'm scared. Like I'm like by myself in my house, and I'm a little scared right now. It was so weird. Like I haven't had that feeling in a very long time. It was really weird.
Huh. Did Jenny win her dance competition?
Yeah, did Jenny
won?
All the kids were there to cheer her on.
Yeah,
Hi, congrats.
She's great.
Hell yeah.
Good for you, Jenny. You know what? I did not play, but I downloaded and I gave the controller to the kids with Journey and had them play it.
Oh, cool!
And they fucking loved it.
Were they into it?
They were. That game is so pretty. That game, and like that's on the PS4 now. I think it was like $6 on sale. Get it. Get that game.
Journey's amazing. If you haven't played it already,
and it's so short. It's like a movie.
And
at the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like Emma was like, that's the end. I'm like, yeah. She's like, sad, but pretty nice too.
Oh,
that's
wow.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So, anyways, I definitely recommend Journey, although it's a very old game, but get it.
Did you show them the video or skit?
I didn't, but I totally should. I didn't think about that.
Oh,
But I definitely should show them that video.
I think we should take this time to thank our sponsor, Kickapoo.
I completely agree.
You finished it already?
Trash water.
Yeah, I finished.
You finished Kickapoo. Okay,
I finished the Kickapoo.
Yeah.
I mean, that was saved the best for first.
Thank you, Kickapoo Joy Juice. And for some reason, it says, "Do what you love, what you do. Do what you love, what you do." It's supposed to be like, "Do what you love what you do."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do what you love.
Well, thank you, Kickapoo.
Yeah.
It's not like a Daft Punk
Kickapoo Joy Juice. Go to drinkkickapoo.com. You can see the flavors they got. You can follow them on Twitter at drinkkickapoo, and you can follow their tweets. They've been tweeting a lot of pictures of people holding Kickapoos, so you could maybe tweet a picture to them holding Kickapoo, and they'll put you on their official.
If you're into that kind of,
think about that.
If you want validation, you're into that kind of thing. If you want
to buy them, go to Amazon.com and check out Kickapoo there.
Cards are on the table.
Cards are on the table.
Check them out.
You touched arms. Sorry about that.
Sicko.
And the Kickapoo chair is over there. Not on set because we didn't fit. That was poor design.
I can try to put it here, but I don't.
That was my fault. I should have had the forethought, but I didn't. Anyways, buy a chair or a drink or both. Okay. No.
Okay.
Well,
no, he said okay. So
I did say okay. I said okay.
Well, now.
I'll kick it into my trash pile.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Your office is a trash
garbage in his
pile.
garbage?
No, my garbage. It's pristine.
We did just get back from. Well, we didn't have to go anywhere because it was in San Diego.
Yeah, we went to. We just had Comic-Con.
Yep, it was fun.
It was fun, and people kept asking me. I have all friends and family ask me, "Well, it happened. You did Comic-Con. I know that's like your busiest time of the year. Like, how was it?" And to me, it's like it's the same,
dude. We've got it down to a system.
We had it down.
Yeah.
And it was the same. It
is
nothing new.
You guys are crazy.
What?
I hate Comic-Con.
Oh, I don't like Comic-Con either, but we've streamlined it so it's easy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, you know,
compared to the others, but
you guys were like in the booth and like stayed inside.
Yeah. You had to work for.
You were walking around. You were walking miles to go do stuff.
Yeah, you were working somewhere else.
I wanted to. When I was outside, I wanted to die.
It's been so humid.
It was so the weather was miserable. On Saturday, there were more people outside the convention center than inside the convention center.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe how fucked downtown San Diego gets.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how crazy it is with the amount of people that go down there.
Just to people watch.
Yeah.
Or just be in the fucking way.
Soak up the hype.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then everyone was playing Pokemon.
Everyone.
Everywhere was lured.
And
everyone
had hats.
Yes.
Yep.
There were bootleg everything.
Everything is
outside
fucking
Balboa Park. We'll get into this later, but I went to a wrestling show that these guys put on. Yeah. Super Wrestling Showdown. We'll talk about it later. But at Balboa Park, Beck and I walked around. It was all the same situation, and people selling hats, like vendors.
Yep.
Like,
dude.
We got all your Mystics here. It's like
people selling Gatorades and M&Ms and just setting up like Pokestop.
Crazy. It's
Why not?
Crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Making money. Why not?
Yep.
Anyways,
if there's a little kid, that's the new lemonade stand right now.
Yes.
That's the new lemonade stand. Kids who have like, I have all these Skittles and I'll put them in a little cup and I'll sell a Gatorade and whatever. Do it. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And you know what? I saw some videos. I think it was on Reddit of like people like, oh, they found a Charmander in Central Park, and it was like hundreds of people converging. I'm like, that's fucking fake. I don't know what they're doing with their phones, but there's no way it's Pokemon Go. And in Belmont Park, it was the
That shit's
same.
real.
I saw. I'm like, oh,
That
it's
shit
real.
is
I'm
real.
in it. I'm
It's
doing it
it's
with them
100%
right now.
it's
That's what I
100% real.
said
It was
last night.
10:30
Yeah.
p.m.
Mhm.
and it was as if it was just a Saturday normally in the day.
Yeah.
Everything was open and stuff like that.
I
It was
mean,
just there's people all over.
Balboa
now.
Park is always a pretty crowded place, even at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's on a whole nother level right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
And Comic-Con
You gotta
was
get
busy
the-
as fuck.
You
but
got to
there
get those
was
Flareons, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, people are with everything that's popular. People get annoyed with it and mad about it. But I think it's awesome. I really think that it's so cool that everyone's like, I'm talking to people like I would never talk to otherwise. Like, oh, you see this thing? And like,
Yeah.
it's like bringing people together. I feel,
It's an icebreaker.
and like anyone can play it. Anyone of any age can play it. I think it's awesome.
And that's why I'm saying augmented reality.
Yes,
is
sure. I
the
get that.
future in this stuff.
It's
and not
something-
virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the barrier of entry for this? Have a phone?
Yeah.
I still prefer
With a camera.
Lights just being in the living room though.
I understand.
Like-
I'm not playing. I'm not playing Pokemon Go
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I gotcha.
I have nothing against it, and I'm glad people are enjoying it or whatever. This to me, it's a fad. It'll go away, and
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm really glad that people are playing it and having a good time with it and everything. But like, I have no interest personally
I'm
in the game.
really enjoying this skin of augmented reality. Like this Pokemon thing
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
familiar to me. I'm
Sure.
totally hooked. I feel like I might play too much and annoy my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see, what's the next game
Yeah.
that uses my camera
that is-
and my GPS?
There will be
like-
others, but I feel like this one,
Yeah.
everyone knows Pokemon. Hey, what time is it?
Oh, excuse me.
You're late.
We're about.
We were right.
We were-
knew
we
it.
were right.
We fucking nailed it. What?
But you know what? He's got a smile on his face.
Yeah. This is all
You-
bit.
There were bets.
What?
We thought you'd be mad when you got here.
Should I come in frowning?
No, I thought
You can
you'd
be happy.
I thought you'd be happy.
Yeah.
Hello, hi.
Hey.
I brain farted. Remember when we used to do the podcast at 7?
That's
Exactly!
Oh, wow, we fucking nailed it almost to the minute.
Almost.
What was gonna happen?
45 is what you said, right?
Yeah.
I thought I'd
41.
be right on time. No,
Yeah.
I'm here for the tail end. And I was planning for this to be such a good podcast, and it sucked.
How do you
No,
know?
wait,
You don't
wait,
fucking
wait,
know.
wait.
Watching it?
Hey, Derek, we got a new compressor. You see those levels going up
Yeah,
there?
you can scream all you want.
You
man.
can go get close, baby. Give it a nice little
Can I?
introduction.
Yeah.
Do it.
I bet you I will break those.
No,
things.
no, no.
Lord, it's gonna start smoking.
We're
I'm
compressed.
gonna yell louder than I've ever yelled in my whole fucking
Oh,
life.
Fuck.
Because I can't believe I'm this late. I can't believe I fucked up. Ah! Ah!
That was
You
great.
got the
You got
red.
That
You
was-
hit the red.
That was weird. You got super red and then not super red really fast.
Did we get a 1 in the chat? Are we still good with the audio? No one's computer
Did
exploded?
it blow up or anything?
Oh.
You know what though? I'm not actually angry. So I feel like if I was angry, I could go even louder. Like my
yeah.
hair
Yeah.
would turn gold and the seat would light on fire.
Oof.
Mhm.
They say, hey,
Um,
they say it worked, so we test it.
We are
Compressed.
compressed, baby. Number
compressed.
ones all around.
But anyways, as I was saying, I think Pokemon Go is a great time killer. Like I had 20 minutes to kill before the wrestling show last night. Played Pokemon Go with Beckett. It was a lot of fun.
You know
So,
what? I'm definitely getting more vitamin D because it got me out like
If it gets Gary
2
out the
hours
house,
or
whoa.
like- I went down to Belmont Park legit 2 hours before the wrestling. Before I had to be there, which
For
was still an
Pokemon
hour.
Go.
I got there.
You guys have been calling it Belmont Park
Balboa.
for like,
Oh, I think
for like
me too.
20 minutes.
I know he did. I'm
Both
what
of
an
you are
idiot.
Belmont
I'll
Park.
let Garrett slide on
You
this
have
one.
both
No,
saying
I heard
Belmont
you do
Park.
it earlier too and thought the same thing.
Balboa Park.
Fuck
It's
me.
all the same.
Who cares? No locations, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Fuck,
Sorry.
fuck,
Sorry.
fuck, fuck.
Sorry.
Anyways, so Comic Con was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is playing everywhere. It was the badge system this year had a chip in it,
Yeah.
and you had to scan in to get in and out of the front. Which I think is why there was less people inside and
Oh,
more
and I have a
people
theory
outside.
that it was bullshit. I think that they had those RFID sensors and you put your thing up to it
Yeah.
and it turns green. How is that different from any other year having somebody at the door just look at your badge?
Well,
I think that
yeah.
mentally it was a
You can't
deterrent.
counterfeit.
like
an
you're not
RFID
gonna-
That's one
chip.
thing.
You can't counterfeit it, but I feel like honestly at Comic-Con the main method of sneaking in is not to get a counterfeit badge. It's somebody with a badge
Having
take
it.
theirs off and give it to
Yep.
you. In which the RFID tag, I didn't see a single instance of it deterring that other than people didn't want to try it.
I was coming in one day.
Yeah.
The guy in front of me scanned his thing and it went red. And there was a guy standing there and he
Uh-huh.
looked at it and it went red. And the guy went, oh, didn't. And then I scanned mine and the guy in front of me just walked off. Mine went green. Nobody stopped him.
Didn't stop him.
He was in.
Yeah.
The way I get in is
Because I was
not
worried.
through the front.
I was worried that my thing would malfunction and turn red, but then I just thought about it. I was like, if my badge turns red, I'm fucking going in.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
try and stop me. I'm going in.
I all weekend long, I never scanned my badge once.
You what?
Really?
Yeah, the way I go about the rigmarole, getting there and
You go a
everything,
different way.
it brings me in through the back, and I
They have sensors in the back.
The sneaky back
No,
entrance.
not the way I go through.
I know what
really?
you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah, so it never really was, implemented for
Never
me. So
scanned it.
I never got scanned. I didn't even know what it was.
Did you guys get any comics at Comic-Con?
No.
Someone came by with
Somebody
some
came by
comics.
with
Oh,
comics.
yeah.
I got some
Yeah.
Fight Club 2
I got a
comics.
shit ton of comics. Whoever that was, thank
Yeah,
you
thank
so
you.
much.
Rocco got some Power Rangers.
Rocco
stuff, too.
got the booty
Of
of,
course.
Power Rangers comics. He's in heaven. He's at home
That's
right now.
why he's at home.
Smothering himself with them. But the person dropped off a couple copies of DK3, Batman, Dark Knight the Third for me.
Oh,
which,
hell
thank
yeah.
you. Couple things for Garrett, couple things for Rocco. I don't know your name, but you dropped off some random comics as well, and I read some of them, and they were awesome.
Oh, some
Really?
stuff he recommended. He worked at a comic book shop up California, Northern
Yeah,
California.
he
Maybe Washington?
one of the comics he recommended was
Oregon.
I Hate Fairyland, which is one that I read that I'm going to go ahead and recommend right now. I Hate Fairyland. It was really
Huh.
cool. It reminded me of The Goon in ways. It's kind of silly. It's almost like a dark cartoon. It's about this girl who gets trapped in like Wonderland. Almost like if Alice never escaped Wonderland after 30 years.
And was sick of it.
And was sick of it and
Huh.
was still a 6-year-old girl. And she is like super violent, like kills everybody she comes across.
Oh, wow.
And just like she's on this quest, this fairy tale quest to get sent back home, but it's taken her 30 years and it's just like endless for her. And she's super violent. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. Really cool.
Yeah, there were a couple others. I came home with a huge stack of comics this year, which rarely happens. I've been reading comics all week. It's been pretty cool.
Really?
Wow.
I got a figure. I got a NECA exclusive figure of the little girl from Aliens. Newt.
Oh yeah.
Newt.
That was about all I got figure wise.
I don't know why people like Newt so much. I love Aliens,
Yeah.
but as a kid, I was like, oh, Newt is me. I would be the kid in this situation.
Yeah.
But as an adult, I'm like, Newt sucks. Newt is just a problem
Yeah.
and
So-
it doesn't help the situation whatsoever.
For me, it was definitely like there's appeal because it's an exclusive. I mean, what does that mean? But it's a con exclusive.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
only
only
get
get
it
it
at
at
a
Comic
convention.
Con.
But I have Ripley Bishop torn in half
That's cool.
and a bunch of aliens in tubes already, or face huggers
Yeah.
in tubes. So I just thought like I could build the fucking perfect scene with Newt and the aliens in
You
the
can
tubes.
play with them
You
all
could
together.
play
Dude,
with the perfect toy
I was
set.
like, I gotta assemble the
You
scene.
gotta get it.
So that was like the only figures I got. I always go to this guy who's off in one corner and sells a bunch of records,
Yeah,
and I found some records that I knew he would have, and yeah,
I
was
got
happy
this
about
shirt
that.
at Comic Con.
Oh, I got
Oh,
this shirt
awesome.
at Comic Con.
Yeah,
Hell yeah!
that's the best thing to get at Comic Con: shirts and posters. I
T-shirts,
think, and
yeah.
just like random merchandise and memorabilia.
Yeah,
Like the movie
old
thing.
video games. Sometimes you can find it's
The movie
expensive,
thing is
though.
like fucking sirens calling
Yeah.
you to the rocks, wanting you to smash your boat, basically enticing you to ruin your time at Comic Con.
It is.
If you chase the new movie news, you're stuck in line for Hall H
Yeah.
for like 3 days.
What is the point now that
gonna be on
it's on?
Twitter.
It's
online
on
within
Twitter
minutes.
in a second after
Yeah.
it happened. You don't need to be
you
there.
spend all day, even on the exhibit hall, waiting in line to get autographs, and there's so much other cool stuff that you can experience if you just kind of like tune all that out.
Yeah.
You know what? I got into Hall H for the first time in about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, it's for the alien panel, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Aliens panel.
How was that?
Me and
Was
Rocco
Newt
went.
there?
Newt was there.
How old was she?
All grown up. Rebecca.
Black.
Romaine.
Newt. No, it's the character's name. I don't remember the
Rebecca
actor's name.
Newt Stamos.
No, she's a teacher. She's an elementary school teacher, and you can kind of see like in her face, like that's that girl. That's crazy. But yeah,
Well,
I mean,
that's
she's
what
like
happens.
Yeah.
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 Cool, man.
still
Little girl
recognizable,
got
but
old. Cool.
didn't go into acting or anything.
That's
like
because
that.
she's a teacher.
That was a cool panel because it was James Cameron was actually on it, the director, and it was more of kind of just reminiscing on how it was to shoot that.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
the only panel I went to was our
interesting.
panel.
But anyway, Hall H.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't been
It
to a
was the
panel.
best panel.
How was that, Derek?
It was the best
panel-
panel.
Our panel was
of
the best
Comic-Con.
panel.
Yeah.
It was
ruled.
the best panel.
If you didn't go to our panel, you missed out. It was the best panel of Comic-Con. We
I
played Truth or Dare.
I thought Eric
Yeah.
was gonna throw up on
Me
stage.
too.
Legitimately, I thought you were gonna
Eric
throw
almost threw up on stage.
That scared me.
We
I didn't want
prank
to look at
called
him.
somebody's
up.
mom
I
on
traded
stage.
clothes with Rocco. We'll put it on YouTube at some
Yeah.
point, I'm sure.
We filmed it all.
It was great.
Great.
Mhm.
And
Um,
everyone could get in who wanted to, unlike Anime Expo. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
And if you want to see our panel, our next one will be at PAX Prime
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
that's right.
Seattle.
Which is now PAX West, I found out.
Yeah.
I was corrected
Dude,
by Rocco.
oh, fucking pick a name and stick with it, okay? I'm going to call it PAX. That's it.
That's what it was.
It's
Yeah.
PAX.
See you in San Antonio.
My original point about Hall H, which
Oh,
is the
yeah.
total opposite of what our panel room was like,
Yeah.
because it was just fucking going off once the shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
But in Hall H, it's just people camping. It's like everyone setting up and laying out like jackets and
Oh my
backpacks and like eating
I
fucking.
saw an inflatable
Everyone's like
mattress.
eating nachos.
I saw inflatable mattresses.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's
Inflatable
people that want to
mattresses,
get away.
Yoga mats, sleeping bags.
They just want to get out of the convention, so they just go sit in those seats and camp in the darkness because it's air conditioned
Oh
and it's
my
fucking dark as
God.
hell while whatever's going on stage. It sucks.
Um,
It's a huge camp zone.
I'm gonna dish out. I've figured out what the problem with Comic-Con is.
Uh-oh.
dish, man.
Oh no.
Mm.
This is gonna sound super negative, but I don't really mean it to be negative. But this is just an observation because I
Uh-huh.
felt like Comic-Con was a little bit muted this year. Was a little bit subdued. Like wasn't as crazy as it has been in the past years.
Sure.
Inside, definitely. I agree.
Especially in the exhibit hall.
Yeah.
And this is what I realized. I feel like Comic-Con was the first convention I went to ever, and for a long time it was the only convention I went to, so I didn't have a point of reference of what other conventions were like and what a convention could be.
Mm.
And I realized when we go to PAX, a video game themed convention, or when we go to Anime Expo, an anime themed convention, everybody there is passionate
Right.
about the subject. Passionate.
Yeah.
You can talk about the subject of the convention with anybody there and make a shit ton of friends.
Right.
You can walk to one of those conventions by yourself and find a group of friends and hang out with them for the whole convention.
Oh, for sure.
And just bond over the point of the convention.
Your love of whatever that is. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And then I started thinking about there's other types of conventions that aren't nerdy. There's like agriculture conventions.
Mhm.
If you're really into farming, you could talk about silos.
Hell yeah.
And business conventions, you could talk about fucking numbers. Now imagine if one of those conventions was as popular as Comic-Con. If it was just people with strollers and babies like, oh, tractors. Okay. Is there any Johnny Depp stuff? No. Okay. Silos. Okay. It was just like a lot of people.
What
paid,
is this? What
they
do you
paid
do?
so much money to check it out, and it was like they were just checking it out for the first time ever. It was like they'd never seen comics before.
Well, a lot of it is people now. It's such a big thing. It's almost like they can show off to their friends that they went to Comic Con
It's a
and
brag
they got
to
into
get in.
Comic Con. And I talk to some people like, "Oh, I have to go to Comic Con this once so I can tell see what it's like." And it's like everyone who I talked to who has done that hated it.
Yeah.
Every single
And
person.
I kept asking people who would come up to our booth. I'd be like, "What have you seen that's cool at Comic Con? What are you looking forward to doing?" And the answer was always, "I don't know. No, I don't know."
I came for
And-
you guys, which we
Yeah.
appreciate.
Hey,
Thank
you came for us, and
Yeah.
that was
Thank you.
great. But there were even other people who didn't come for us. There's
Right.
most of the people at Comic Con, believe it or not, were not there for
I don't
us.
believe
No.
And everybody I talked to, like, what are you looking forward to? It was like they were super unprepared. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what's here.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
we
Yeah.
have the most downtime at Comic-Con as far as like hanging out in the booth.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Mm.
I've
Yeah.
learned to love it a lot more. I used to really dread it, but like this Comic-Con, it was like indistinguishable from the last three and probably the next three.
Right.
And it was just, we've got it down to a science how we load in and pack out.
Yeah.
We all kind of work in shifts so we don't have to stand there for 10 hours straight.
Right.
But
We got it down.
I feel sad sometimes because people come out, they're like, "You're not going crazy. Like, why not? Why no dance party this year?" But it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? We did those for a few years, and then they would stop, and we'd take the masks off, and it was as if we did nothing at all.
Yeah.
People were still just like walking by, not paying attention. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
maybe we'll save
charm-
that for a different
Its
convention.
charm wore off at a point, for sure. But I mean, there are always rare instances that we get.
Oh, sure. We did
Crazy.
it.
Just feel
RTX
like
was
a-
great.
Yeah.
No, at other conventions, it's better because
Yeah.
people are.
But Anime Expo was really muted this year for us too at the booth. I don't know what that was. That might have been just because we were so busy.
Well, Anime Expo was a whole different.
Well, there was all that
issue.
sabotage we dealt with.
Anime Expo would have been a lot crazier if people could actually find their way into the convention. Most of Anime Expo was Sidewalk Expo.
Or was what happened at your panel? Which, if you ask that, that's fine. But we did explain that a lot.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I guess it shouldn't have shocked me, but it did. Is the number of Harley Quinn cosplayers for this new fucking movie were at Comic-Con.
Daddy's
It was
Girl.
billions of them. I can't believe the movie's not out.
You don't like Daddy's Girl?
Holy shit.
It's a good look, though. That's
It
like
is.
the new fashion trend.
It's like the hottest juggalo I've ever seen.
You know what, though? No Jay Leto's. No
I
Jared
saw
Leto's.
four or
I saw a
five.
few.
A couple.
Yeah, a couple.
I saw literally
I saw
hundreds
more
of the Harley
Caesar
Quinns.
Romero Jokers.
gonna be a good
I
time.
saw a lot of those too.
than Jay Leto.
No Heath Ledger Jokers. Didn't see any of those.
No, bring back Caesar Romero. Clearly, that's what the public wants.
Yeah, remember how many nurse Jokers there were?
There was so many.
Heath Ledger in the nurse outfit?
Yeah.
Not as many Deadpools.
Not as many
No.
Deadpools.
Only saw
It was
one.
the Harley Quinn.
But-
that was the hot
but-
cosplayer.
Every Deadpool I saw was as annoying as 10 Deadpools
Yeah, they-
Oh,
put
okay.
They
together.
picked up the slack.
Hyped it
Yeah,
up.
they were. Every Deadpool I saw was a red and black butt wiggling in
Can
front
I-
of some stupid people taking pictures of him.
Can I tell you? This didn't happen, but I was this close.
Yeah.
Kevin brought the Deadpool costume. I was gonna go home and
Yeah.
put it on and be a fuck
That would've been
asshole.
great.
And I was gonna like fuck with the shirts and mess them up, and
Yeah.
maybe
You
going
would've
back
just-
like tiptoe around some of that to see what you guys would have done.
I wish you
That would've been
would have
great.
done that, and I wish you didn't even just say that.
Somebody
outside.
would have
Yeah.
chewed you out
Oh,
so fucking hard.
I
You
know.
or Rocco
Yeah.
probably
Or
would've-
Eric.
And I was
Yeah.
saying, like, if they're not gonna be action, I'll go for the money box, and then
Yeah.
all bets are off. They'll push me to whatever they'll do.
I
This
feel
would be
like
great.
your body language, you'd really have to act
Yeah.
fucking
You'd have to
goofy.
cover up
your
You'd
Oh, I-
really have to
I
cover
would
it.
do it.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was just.
Somebody stop.
It was just
You're
but
fucking
he brought
ass.
it. I was
Yeah.
so close to doing it.
Uh,
But anyways, yeah. Anyways, that was Comic-Con. It was the same.
it was a good time,
But
but,
thank
it
you
was
for
the
everyone.
same.
The
Thank you for
Comic-Con bubble is bursting. Mark my words.
Best panel in a long time there, though.
I-
That was a
I-
super
That was a fun
Oh, our
panel.
panel is better than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who was running panels loved it.
Yeah.
Because he has to sit through like
Boring shit.
bloggers and stuff all day. And then we come in and
Bloggers.
we're chugging water and doing all these crazy things.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a foot massage. It's great.
I don't think we talked about the video.
Oh, we did
Behind the scenes.
the Pokemon Go video and the behind the scenes
Yeah.
video actually.
I didn't know that we were like gonna put a behind the scenes up for the Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, we never even talked about Pokemon Go.
That
was
came out
cool.
like a week and a half ago.
yeah. We were doing Comic-Con.
We got both videos, yeah, the original and the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, successful video. Controversial video, a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know what the controversy
yeah.
is.
That's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
get the controversy.
Get over it. Some people out there were leaving funny comments,
Yeah, in the chat or in the comment section.
taking it to a very political level.
Which
And we,
Didn't think that hard.
you know, we should have expected that. I guess I'm not going to say it's not a political video, but because it is a little bit. It's
Yeah.
a video that makes fun of things that are happening.
Current events.
But that's
current
what we
events.
always do. I
Yeah.
mean,
And-
I get it.
To me, I never felt like the video was taking a side or taking a stance.
Mm-mm.
But only after it came out did I realize that it was a stance, because I realized that there were people on the other side of that stance. Does that make
That
sense?
didn't like
Yeah.
the video.
There were
yeah.
so many comments from people who were like, "Wow, fuck you! You made a political statement," and it was like, "Did we? I didn't realize that it could be interpreted as that."
You can't laugh at yourselves. You can't laugh at.
You got
That's
it. No. This world is very
Something
serious.
tragic,
So-
actually.
Very
And
serious.
So obviously, but people, they're like, "Wow, a Black Lives Matters video, crazy, guys." Which it was,
MEGA64 makes a BLM
it
video.
was a Pokemon Go video.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
I was on PCP. I don't know if
I
this
have
far.
somewhere where I'm going with this, because then I saw a lot of people with this comment, the same comment over and over. They were citing some report, and it was like, the ending of that video is racist and doesn't make sense to me because blah blah blah. This report about how like police don't treat any race differently. Police treat all races the same, really, when you investigate it. So maybe that would have been funny if the guy at the end was a white person, because then that would turn the subject on its head. Did you ever think about that?
No one would get the punch.
Whatever. I told this to Eric because I read that right before Comic-Con, and I was thinking, all right, just to address that argument, if race doesn't matter, then race doesn't matter.
There you go.
Pretend the guy at the end of the video was white. Go for it. Then the joke is, cop is oblivious to all this crime happening behind him, and he turns around and harasses the person who's not doing anything.
Who's playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, and that's it. Maybe you're thinking too hard about it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think everyone out there in the comment
Maybe.
section was thinking too hard.
I thought filming that video was so much fun. Choreographing the fight and like all that stuff, and just I had a blast filming that one.
So people called us out and realized that Rocco was green screened.
Right.
But I think a lot of people didn't realize that that video was not all in one take, but we filmed it in segments. So me and Sean were like rehearsing the whole up all the way till the car crash, which we actually just jumped out of the way, and then we did a second take starting with the car crash where Eric comes in, and then as he backs up, we continue. So it was all
We
like
try to do
2 or 3 takes.
It was a couple of takes,
We
but
did about 2 of everything, right?
It was a pretty quick shoot.
it was.
Yeah, it was.
And
2-3 hours.
Garrett,
It was so fucking hot.
yeah, when
that day.
it was hot, and then in us getting hit up with the car, I lost a shoe. Thought that'd be more realistic.
Yeah.
And I'm walking, I'm like, oh, my feet is fucking hot. And then I look over, I'm like, you're just gonna roll
Dude.
around on this in a second? That's gonna fucking
Well,
suck.
no, rolling around was like you're briefly touching down on the asphalt, but walking to roll around, or like while you guys are wrestling for the gun, I have to stand off camera in the fucking, with no shoes.
Yeah.
That was the worst. It hurt my feet more than anything else. I got kind of scraped up on my knee, but that was about it.
I want to give us credit for this video, though. I feel like this video hit every single Pokemon Go news story
Yeah.
that has come out since the game. Really, I think a lot of people don't realize we hit every story. Whether if it's in Rocco's speech, he references it, or if it's in what's happening in the background. Let's think about it. Sean is playing Pokemon Go and gets robbed. Okay, so
At
the
gunpoint,
story about people getting attracted to a lure and getting robbed, that happens. I'm pretty sure I heard a story about a person getting into a car accident because they were playing Pokemon Go on their phone while driving.
Yeah. Oh, they hit a cop car.
Yeah, if you look closely, Eric is on his phone when he hits us. He's playing Pokemon Go. Rocco warns you not to walk off a cliff while you're playing Pokemon Go, because there's a news story of these 2 guys who walked off a cliff in San Diego while playing Pokemon Go. Not only that, there's been multiple police stations or college police security releasing their own videos about how to play Pokemon Go, which was like the overall joke in our video.
Is like this bumbling cop who's talking about his PSA thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think if there's any others, but I mean, there's layers to this Pokemon video.
I think
we
the
hit
only
it
one,
all.
The only one maybe was dead body, but they shoot you.
Yeah.
They come across a dead
Oh
body.
yeah, and the people playing Pokemon Go find a dead body.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
So
And crazy homeless guy on PCP. I don't know. Maybe
that's just peppered in for
That was just
that's just comedy.
I'm sure people have come across some
just-
unwanteds out there. Hey, a guy like that, nude, slapping the ground, that's unwanted in my book.
Well, there you go.
I don't deal with fuckheads.
I don't deal with that. My hat did survive, and it was $40. People, it wasn't
Okay.
60.
No.
People,
I was thinking,
crazy.
you gotta step up your game. I'm always looking on eBay. We're in the $60 range.
$40.
New era,
Okay.
baby.
You know what's cheaper than $40? Our hats.
That's
Fuck
true,
yeah.
and those are on sale
Fuck yeah.
right
That's
now.
right.
That
Our
shit's
hats.
brand new.
The brand new snapback. Toss me one of those beautiful burgundy
look at
hats.
that.
Burgundy
Look
is
at
the
that.
color of the season. We had to track these down in multiple orders to get enough hats. You know when McDonald's unveils like a new blueberry shake, they always tell you like took us 4 years to get all the blueberries. You don't want to know how long it took us to get these burgundy hats.
True.
Like 2 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
They look good. They're on sale now. Buy them.
Also, the Toon shirt is also on sale.
That is-
Get those while you can. Artist Hot Diggity Demon or Max Gilardi, however you want to slice it. That's him.
Yeah, and this is a combination by Dan DeSalt and Jason Cryer. Those 2 guys, they're so talented. They've actually put out both our hats.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at those two.
The hat team. Getting your cover
back
covered.
at it.
Back at
You
it.
know that Toon shirt? We took photos on the website, me and you wearing that?
Yeah.
We only had folded shirts, and they're the most wrinkled photos.
Yeah, you know why? Because I folded them not the best way. Because I was running a box, I
I
took it out of
know.
the box, and it was my fault.
I think
I'm
we
sorry.
should redo that. I think we can up our game.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault. I didn't think ahead.
It was fun to do it, though.
Cool. Did you guys watch Stranger Things?
We
talk
did.
about
We
it?
did.
We talked about it a little.
Dang.
Well, real quick before we end it, what do you think about it?
I liked it. It was pretty good. Not the greatest thing ever.
Pretty basic story. I wouldn't give it like phenomenal marks, but it fit. It was a Stephen King book.
I liked
So
it,
it fit
but
that.
here's my major problem.
Let's see if
with
it's
it.
my problem. Let's see. The same.
Stranger Things is set in the 80s.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, there's two problems, because I'll
Okay.
tell you my second problem with it too. Stranger Things is set in the 80s, wasn't 80s enough. I feel like, and maybe this is just an issue of working within a budget, but it was a very narrow view of the 80s. It was like synth music and new age music, but there was a lot of other music from the 80s there.
Yeah.
And, it was going for...
They use some stuff that's definitely cool right now.
Yeah, it was like a contemporary view looking back in the 80s, but I felt like the cars were not crappy enough. It was a lot of like 80s Cadillacs, 80s Pintos, but I was like, where are those like leftover cars from the 70s?
It was
everybody had.
kind of an
Yeah.
affluent neighborhood though. Too.
Basically, my problem was where was the leftover 70s
Yeah,
aspect
yeah.
of the 80s? I felt it was very clean. And my second, this is not a problem because I liked the show. I really, I liked it. But I did think it was really funny. Has everybody seen it?
Eric.
Not Eric.
And they haven't.
Try to keep it spoiler free.
They asked.
Yeah.
They begged us on the chat.
They
to keep it
begged.
free.
Yeah.
All right. I'll save it. Just
Okay.
because I don't think it's a spoiler, but I'll save it.
Sure.
Give it some time.
Yeah.
Hitler
Yeah.
dies at the end.
Yeah. Thanks. It was. I said it already, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I just had a lot of fun watching it. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best show I've ever seen, but I really enjoyed it.
Controlled.
You know what? I read this review, not of Stranger Things, but there's this video game that I saw on Steam. I can't remember the name, but it was like back in 1995, and it's supposed to be a throwback to PlayStation 1 survival horrors.
Oh.
I didn't play it, but there were reviews on it that were kind of saying like not as good because it's not as good as those survival horrors, and there's nothing original to it because it's referencing other better
Oh.
games. And I feel like almost a little bit Stranger Things suffers from the same thing of like it's referencing other better things.
I've heard that from other people.
Sure, but I feel like for me, it came so out of the blue, and it was just a nice. It was a nice
hey,
little thing.
I watched it. It's better than the Great Baking Cook-Off of the UK or whatever else is
Yeah.
available on
What?
Netflix.
What?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's nice when a cool
Brexit
sci-fi
is
show
on
comes out.
Netflix?
Yeah, and it was a cool sci-fi show, and I really like that. And then people have some theories about like
Well
different
acted.
things at the end. I thought well acted, and
Very well cast.
I thought the cast was weird, right? Everyone was
Well
kinda
acted,
But it's
except
perfect. They look
for-
like
okay.
real people.
they
Hey,
do.
Winona Ryder, so annoying on this
No,
show.
I talked
Oh,
about
I
how I
liked
love
her.
her.
I liked
So-
She fits the single mother in over her head like so well now.
No, that was an exaggeration of single. She was manic and
She's,
never
yeah,
came.
super emotional
Well,
the whole time.
Yeah, she
But I
was.
didn't mind
She
that.
was on level
Yeah,
10
I
the whole
didn't
time.
mind her.
She had a psychological issues. She had a background of
I didn't.
mental
I don't
illness.
think she acted that well.
Really? I thought that was almost my favorite. The cop and her.
Hopper's my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hopper and her.
Which
I think
did he not the way he looked, but maybe the way he sounded was Harrison Ford to me. Like the way he was talking,
Really?
like this sounds like Harrison Ford. Like it was
he
weird.
was awesome. He was
I think
fucking
yeah.
I
solid
love.
Snake.
I love
Yeah.
Winona Ryder. She was in Beetlejuice. She's
Mhm.
like the original cool goth kid.
Yeah.
I love Winona Ryder. I love Heathers.
Yeah.
I love Alien Resurrection.
Yep.
She was not good at Stranger Things.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought
That's
she
Just
my
because you're not
opinion.
attracted to her anymore, because she's.
Yeah,
No, I didn't say
that's
that.
it.
Anymore,
Swallow the
like
tooth
everybody
fairy.
Oh
already
no,
is.
Garrett! I full on boner when she's crying and weeping and
No,
going
that's
crazy
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
time.
She's-
She's fucking hot, dude.
I
Like,
talked.
where's my kid?
Before you got here, I talked about that. How I always thought she was like a sex symbol in all movies before,
Uh-huh.
and now it's the first role where she's really believable as the single mother of this
I
kid.
didn't
She's
believe
like the
her.
mom now, not
I
the
didn't
daughter.
think she was a believable mom.
Really? I totally
did.
bought it.
I bought it.
I buy it though.
I was in. I was in.
There you go.
That's our show for
Stranger
tonight.
Things.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Are we gonna do after show?
I'll do it for a little bit if
Yeah.
you want to.
Don't stick around.
Hey, somebody's asking in the chat why I like Alien Resurrections because I saw Alien versus Predator, and then when you watch Alien versus Predator, you go back. Alien Resurrection is not that bad.
There's some cool effects in it. There's some really cool effects in that movie.
It's not like as good as Alien. Nothing is.
Yeah.
But
No.
it's
Yeah.
still, part of the universe. Whatever.
Well,
Sigourney's in it.
Yo,
Sigourney. Thank you for
we have
watching,
to cut it?
everybody. Rocco says we have to cut it.
Spin it.
Not true.
Rocco texted me and said, Sean.
You didn't even look at your phone.
Spin it up.
Yeah, you never even.
No,
Okay.
you never took your phone out.
Spin
of
it
your
up.
pocket.
Let's cut it.
I got video games and comics to talk about. I'll talk about that next week. 7 o'clock is when the show.
Yeah,
7 o'clock.
Is when the show ends.
You want to after show it?
Yeah, it's after show. Yeah. So, good night, everyone. And hey, go see Suicide Squad. It's coming out on Friday.
Don't-
You know what? Honestly, I want to organize the Suicide Squad protest. Let's all buy tickets to some
Yes.
lame movie
Yes.
and
Okay.
sneak into Suicide
Buy
Squad.
Secret Life of Pets tickets
Yeah.
and go see Suicide
No,
Squad.
even lamer. Let's find the biggest, floppiest movie of the
Okay.
summer, and
Yes.
let's give that.
Okay.
Let's give that movie all the Suicide Squad money.
Let's look at. I'm gonna look right now on my phone, and we'll find out what movie we should buy.
We're gonna start the
movie
movement right now tonight.
because I don't want anyone to buy tickets for that movie.
I feel like it would,
Hashtag
all the hype, all the marketing that's been going into Suicide Squad. Let's just do
Bad
the-
Moms
Bad
is
Moms.
fine. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why
Bad
not?
Moms. Who cares? Mila Kunis is great.
Who's that? Kunis? Mila Kunis?
Yeah. We're gonna buy tickets to Bad Moms.
Yeah, Bad Moms.
And we're gonna go see Suicide
Okay,
Squad.
everybody-
And we encourage all internet soldiers to do the same.
Do it.
I want Bad Moms to beat Suicide Squad next week at the box
I
office.
want Bad Moms to be number one.
Number one,
Come on,
baby.
Bad Moms.
With
Let's-
a bullet.
Hey, this needs to transcend Mega 64. This needs
everyone.
Don't even say Mega 64 started this. We don't need to take the credit.
Yeah.
I just want
Yep.
to see it
Yeah.
happen.
Yes.
You could do it.
It'd be
Yeah.
so
Your dad could
beautiful.
do it.
Yeah. So let's get this going. You guys could do it.
Mila
Operation
Kunis-
Bad Moms.
Mila
Operation
Kunis,
hashtag Kunis.
she needs it. Like, she's been laying low, just making Bad Moms all summer.
Yeah.
Hasn't been sending dead rats or
Yeah.
whatever
Nope.
the fuck
No.
to anybody.
She's just a hardworking actress.
She's just cool.
She deserves
She's
some
just cool.
nod.
And you know what? She's never had a number one movie.
She hasn't.
deserves
She
it.
She
deserves it.
deserves it.
So
You know,
we
she's
all
a-
love her.
She's the true American story. Born
Yeah.
in Russia,
Yeah.
immigrated
yeah,
to this
you're
country.
Right, you're
Yeah.
right.
She's a fabulous, beautiful actress. She deserves it.
They're saying this
Hashtag-
is illegal. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is not illegal.
This is not illegal.
And, but just to keep it on the DL.
You know what?
We will refer to this.
I obey the laws of man, and I obey the laws of the universe, and I obey the laws of my heart. And I will not be told what is and is not legal
Right.
if it does not
Yeah.
coincide with the ethical code of my heart.
yeah.
You're
And you can take
red-blooded
your man-made
American.
laws, and you could take your oppression and telling me what movie I have to pay for, and you could
Yup.
shove it.
Right.
Because that's not what the founding fathers
Right up your
wrote the
ass.
Constitution for. We didn't fight 10 and a half goddamn wars over the last 200 years for you to force me to pay Jared Leto to be an idiot. Okay? Mila Kunis deserves it. If you're a real American, you're going to buy a ticket to Bad Moms.
Yep.
If you're a real American, you're going to be part of the revolution. The revolution will not be televised. It will be streamed on the Mega 64 podcast.
Hashtag Kunis. Keep it on the DL.
And suck on that with your legalities. we're not here for the lawyers, okay?
Yeah,
That's
and-
all I got to say about that.
And this could be satire. I'm not saying it is, but it could be.
No lawyers are allowed to watch
Bad
this.
Moms.
I'm telling all lawyers right now, turn it off, rewind it back, and don't ever watch this again, lawyers.
Delete this and don't show it in court.
Yeah.
Because I will.
I do not
will-
give you permission.
Now it's not admissible.
It is not admissible. We do not consent.
Yeah.
We do not consent to the use of this video or audio recording forthwith.
Yeah.
What I just said does not matter.
And
Because I
any employee of the movie theater industry
Allegedly.
is not allowed to screen this podcast. And if you've watched it, you need to retroactively
Pay us.
pay us
Millions.
or quit your job or keep quiet about it. Because if we find out about it,
Shut
we're coming
your
after you.
fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if
That's
you
and
guys-
that's not a threat.
on Friday night, I want you guys to
No, but it's a
tweet out.
promise.
It is.
Tweet out you guys holding your ticket stubs for Bad Moms.
Bad Moms.
I just want to see you holding this
I
Bad
want
Moms
to
ticket
see
stubs.
Bad Mom ticket stub with Suicide Squad on the screen in the background.
With your
That's what I
fucking
wanna
flash
see.
on and everything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Middle of the movie.
Light that hand up.
All right. So go Mila Kunis and fuck you, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Good night.
I like Jared Leto, but
Nah, fuck him.